Hi, I'm Darren Waterboy of Mr. Twisted Balloons, and today we're going to be showing you how to make this little Irish dancing girl. Okay, so for this project we'll be requiring one lime green 350, one blush 350, lime green 260, one yellow 260, 160 blush, and a scrap of black. So let's begin. So grab your first balloon, which is the 350 lime green, and inflate. Tie off with the nozzle. We're leaving about 6 fingers. We'll make 2 small loops. Push the knot through the loop just to hold it in place. The loop wants to be about 4 fingers, and we want 2 of them. Like so. The body then we want to come down about 4 fingers as well. So about there, twist off, and we can get rid of this. So tie off, and that's the main part of our body. Once we get to that, hold on to that. You'll require your lime green 260 and inflate. Inflate, leaving about 7 finger tail, tie off. We want to make a flower shape. So we need 6 petals, and I'm going to make the petals about 3 fingers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My last one, 6. So that's what we've done there. This then we can get rid of. Tie that off. Wrap it round and then lose it somewhere in there. Just straighten all that up so we have that. This on the end of our 350 then, we want to secure it into the middle of there so it sits nice and tight. So go ahead and wrap it round several times so that it sits nice and tight. Straighten it all up, and that's what we have. And that is going to be the dress. So once we get to that stage then, we require our 160. So go ahead and inflate your 160. Okay. So I'm using the pump for the 160 because I find it incredibly hard to inflate. Go ahead and inflate even a generous tail. We'll only be using this for the arms at the minute. So the nozzle then I want to wrap into the centre nice and tight, like so. I don't want to judge. I want to bring it around the front, and I want to judge it so it sits in between the middle of this balloon here. So I want it to come down the side and along these petals, but I want it to finish in the centre there. So I hold it there and I judge it. Once I get that right, I'm going to twist it, and then I'm going to make an equal shape, an equal length bubble for the opposite side going up. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to measure the one I've just made, and then I'm going to wrap it in to the centre and then get rid of that. Save that for the legs. I'm going to tie that off and just wrap that in. Get rid of the rest. Okay. So then I'm going to pull this either side of this bubble like so. So it sits just underneath these big loops and then comes around the side and sits at the front. And that's the position and the style I want them hands to sit, them arms to sit. So that's the arms. We need the legs. So go ahead and get the rest of your scrap and inflate. Okay, I'm going to tie that off. Now I want the legs to be a good 1, 2, a good 10 fingers anyway. And I've just got enough, so that's just worked out right for me. So I'm going to tie it there at the end. I'm going to unravel that and just make sure they're both equal in length. And once I've got that, this scrap I'm going to tie into the bottom of that flower package arrangement. I want that nice and tight. Wrap that really in tightly, like so. I'm going to leave the legs like that for a while until I've attached the shoes, and then we're going to make them crossed over. Just give that Irish dancing effect. I'm going to work on the head. So go ahead and grab your 350 blush. Inflate your 350. I want to just inflate it just with a wee puff of air, no more than about 7 or 8 fingers, and tie off at the nozzle. I'm going to start then with a 2-finger pinch twist, and then I'm going to come up with 4 fingers and tie and twist at that point. The rest I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to tie it there. I want to leave a wee bit to tie the hair into, but the majority of that I'm going to break off. So I've just got a wee thread hanging there. I'm going to grab your yellow 260, make a 2-finger pinch twist, and this scrap I'm going to wrap into that pinch twist nice and tight, like so. I'm now going to bring the balloon all the way down the back and into the pinch twist at the bottom, and then back up to the pinch twist at the top, like so. I'm now going to make a further 2 pinch twists at the top, like so. So I've come back up and I made 2 pinch twists, which are now going to be positioned at the top. With the one that was originally there, I'm going to come back down the balloon into the blush pinch twist, which was at the bottom, and then I'm going to come back up the balloon to all them pinch twists at the top, like so. I'm going to break the rest of this balloon off. I'm going to tie that, wrap it around them pinch twists, and then I'm just going to lose it in the balloon. So explaining again what I've just done. Okay, I originally had a pinch twist at the top, which I tied into the blush. I came down to this pinch twist, back up, made another 2 pinch twists which I positioned sideways on, and then came down and back up again. So it's a quad of 4 yellow bubbles and a cluster of 3 pinch twists at the top. The blush pinch twist down the bottom will act as a neck when we tie this into the body. So once you've got to that position, we'll require our body. So wrapping your head into the body of our Irish dancing girl can be quite difficult. It requires this pinch twist to be wrapped around one of these shoulders to sit that head nice and tight. So if you're uneasy wrapping the pinch twist around one of these shoulders, if you have a scrap left or a bit left of the original balloon, I would suggest using it. Or if you're still uncomfortable, then tie a piece of scrap to that pinch twist just to wrap around. So I'm going to have a go. So Okay, so that was quite awkward. I hope you find it a lot easier. The claps are easier way. Who knows? But that's how I want my head to position. The pinch twist then goes vertically instead of horizontally to give a better shape to the neck. The arms then I've just pushed back and pushed the body forward just so the arms come down the side and sit on the front of the skirt. I'm going to shape everything up to make sure it is how I want it to be. And then the legs. The legs are quite simple. Simply make sure they are separated at the exact centre and then just push one to the left and one to the right, and that will twist the legs together like that. All is now is a scrap of black to go at the bottom of these legs to act as shoes. So go grab your scrap. If you don't have a scrap, then you will require a full balloon. So I've gone and inflated a puff of air into a scrap of black and tied it off and made a wee bubble. I'm now going to separate that bubble into two equal parts, like so. And then all I'm going to do is thread one of them bubbles through the legs and wrap it round, and then discard of anything else that we have remaining. So it creates two bubbles which will act as the shoes. Just rearrange the legs to sit how I want them to sit, and that should be it. Okay, so the artwork I've done is two simple eyes, a nose, and a simple mouth. I put a shamrock on each of the shoulders. Ideally, some Celtic design in the centre would be more traditional, or if you prefer, you could do this in a pink and put a set of wings at the back and you've got a cute little fairy. So have a play about, see what you come up with. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.